Dumb, cool
Weird.
podcast. Yeah, I always thought, like I said, when I was a kid, I thought I was gonna have like a regular job, regular family, regular white picket fence. No, I'm really into kink. I really have a lot of polyamorous relationships for the most part. Probably never gonna get married. Probably never gonna have kids.
Could I at least give you this point of optimism? At least you're part of like that 5% of polyamorous people who are beautiful. I mean,
thanks.
like think about the other 95% of ugly body count grabbers.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I don't know. I think that's just kind of how my life is, man. And I've kind of just started to embrace it a little bit more, which is good. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of freedom that comes with that, but at the same time, like, sometimes it's nice to have like a family and stuff, you know?
To be fair, I kind of get it because it's like because I have a wife and everything, so we don't have the white picket fence and everything, but it's interesting to have my wife bring me back when I go through episodes of pure degeneracy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good.
I mean, you gotta think about it. All I did for 4 years is like shoot guns and camp on the government's dime and trained and never get deployed to a fun place around the world and meet new and interesting people.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? You just end up getting put into simulated violent situations and drinking with the homies every chance you get.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you though, nothing's more pure degeneracy than the strip club Toby's.
Strip Club Toby's. Huh?
Yep, dude, that place is pure degeneracy.
Mm.
Like you're desperate if you spend money in Toby's.
Mm.
The booze alone costs way too much money, and the strippers are not worth what you're paying for.
Mm.
My buddies told me, they're like, "Yeah, I got the hot one," and I was like, "This is the hot one? What?" I was like,
"What does the ugly one look like?"
Most of them are fat,
okay,
but not the fat that I like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's just like it's kind of like your B squad, your C-list strippers.
Oh yeah, that's where they go, huh?
Yeah, they're like the morning to noon, then they got that mid shift, and then you got that midnight to close group of people.
Yep. Isn't that where the
That's where the hot ones actually come in.
Yep.
I kind of feel bad though. One of my buddies don't really feel bad for him. He got out of that marriage and he's safe, but his ex-wife became probably the best looking stripper at that Toby's.
Yeah, so we had to leave her.
No, I mean, she was an abusive cunt, so it's okay. But she didn't look great in the face, but the rest of it was thick.
Yeah.
So we're all like, God, she's got like those eyes that are like too far apart and everything, and we're just like, damn.
Well, what happened? Was it like a situation where...
Oh, she was just hitting him and stuff.
So was it a situation where, like, I bet he also didn't like her talking about working at the club because sometimes,
Well, you see, here's the advantage. She became a stripper, like, as they were going through their separation, so it didn't matter.
Oh, gotcha.
But her pure abuse on him was just something else.
I bet. Yeah, here's something. So, a really interesting article.
Go on.
Yeah, so there was an article I read. I was pulling it up just to make sure I got the right one. It basically talks about, it's a guy who wrote the article, and he did research about strip clubs, and he found out that most men in society don't like going to strip clubs. And he was trying to figure out why, because he had a reason for why he didn't want to go to strip club, and he found out it was the same reason he didn't want to go to strip club. First of all, he thinks that strip clubs are really demeaning and degrading towards women, and he doesn't appreciate that. He also says that one thing he really hates about strip clubs are the guys that go to strip clubs. He says they're fucking scumbags. They're fucking
disgusting.
They're disgusting and they're weird, and he doesn't like them. And he said, honestly, it probably makes strippers hate men on some level. And he says it's unfortunate because that part of the population of men are literally the worst of men, and they don't represent like men as a whole.
I always had such a weird time when I went to strip clubs a few times. Is that I had more fun talking to the strippers than I did actually getting a dance.
Well, I finally went to a strip club, and I just my whole experience wasn't good. They they wanted me to get a dance with a stripper, and I was like, I don't really want that girl to touch me. That was kind of how I felt. And recently I have a friend that works over at a strip club over here in Atlanta, and she wants me to go check out her strip club too. And I don't know. I have like this reservation about going because I don't know, man. I don't.
It's not one of those jobs that you put down, because a lot of the saddest part is like, it's like the rest of us. They just found a very good way to make money out of a bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, the rest of us are struggling. They just figured it out a lot faster than the rest of us.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I
mean, dude, joining the military is like giving up on life, and to a certain extent too, at times, because you're just finding out, like, and this is not like a shot or anything. It's just that sometimes, it's a great place to find yourself and make some money.
Well, she just, in that article, it's just interesting because it's like 70 to 80% of men do not like going to strip clubs.
It makes sense, because the other 20% are dirty scumbags.
And you notice that most of those guys that are 20%, they're usually there all the time.
Yeah.
They're the same regulars that come in like all the time.
Something really sad about being a regular at a strip club, a bar, a liquor store,
Yeah, well, my friend, she was telling me that there's this one guy, run regular, comes in, and he's always trying to talk to the new girls that start working there, and he tries to like say, "Oh, I'll marry you, and these guys that are regulars will be like, "Hey, I'll take you out of this hellhole and do this and do that," and she's not stupid, she's smart, she knows that they're full of shit.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know, like, I've heard her say so many times, "Oh, I fucking hate men." I was like, those men that you're dealing with are like literally the worst pieces of shit. Like, I was like, me and my friends wouldn't even like spit on them if we saw them in public. Like, we wouldn't even look twice at those
You're not
guys.
even worth the shit stain on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she was talking about this one guy who has like emotional issues, and he's like so angry and stuff. And I'm like, fuck that guy, dude.
Probably shouldn't be in a fucking strip club.
Yeah, like, fuck that guy, and fuck anybody else that's like shitty that comes there, dude. Like, it's like, they wonder, like sometimes, like, it seems like some of these strippers, they wonder why good guys don't come to the strip clubs, and I'm like, that's because good guys usually have a fucking partner, and they're more interested in having a relationship with somebody,
Or just like going and not going to a strip club, just generally.
Because, well, no, I mean, here's my thing, Nick. The reason why I don't want to go to a strip club, is because if I want to have sex with somebody, I'm going to go have sex with somebody. Thanks for checking out the Dumb Cool Weird podcast. Go to our website, www.dumbcoolweird.com, to check out our merch and all our social media links. If you want to check out how to support us and our audio podcasts only, and an access to our website and all of our other links for our social media, go to linktree.com, which has Dumb Cool Weird podcast. The link is up below. Hope you guys will check us out. We have new content coming out every single Monday. We have new content coming out every single day. Check it for 9 a.m. Clips, reactions, whatever. We got it coming for you. Hope you come out, check it out. Stay sexy, Atlanta, and keep watching our crap.